Hey everybody, thanks for tuning in to this episode of Last Cast Adventures. I'm your host, Daniel. So I'm fishing this little pond down in Naples, and I was going for tarpon because one time I went there I had seen tarpon rolling. They were small, little guys like that, little juveniles. Nothing fancy, but definitely fun on fly. Now I didn't get them that time, so since I was down there around New Year's, I figured, hey, let me try again. Well, to my surprise, there were no tarpon. But I did manage to get something I didn't really expect in there. Actually, two species in there. So stick around, see what I caught. Hit that like button there, or I guess just click the like button there. Also click the subscribe button, please. Do appreciate that. And thank you to my subscribers already. Greatly appreciate the support. You guys are why I continue to do this, because if you guys don't watch my videos, they just kind of sit on a little drive and wither away. Enjoy! So in this first part here, I am casting at a gar, which is somewhere up where those sticks are. I don't remember exactly, but he was just kind of resting there, probably just sleeping. And I'm casting, and then I get stuck. So I figured I'd turn this into what is known as a roll cast. So you pull the line tight, you pull your rod back, and you cast it forward. And there's a loop in the line that actually usually releases the hook, as you just saw right there, that actually got stuck on a tree. Now, unfortunately, didn't work the second time. First time came off perfectly. Second time I got stuck, and I actually had to go and walk over to try to get it. So the ground on the right over here wasn't really ground, it was more of that sinking sand sort of deal. So here I left the camera on, not really thinking about it, but you can kind of see where I'm having a lot of trouble. And I have a 7-foot rod, so made that even more difficult. But wanted my fly, wanted it pretty bad. Scared the gar away, so he was gone by this point. And I figured if I just thought like a feather, thought real light and stuff, I'd be able to get it. And hey, I didn't fall and sink into the mud. Now I switched over to my spinning rod, and I was using a fluke, which obviously works really well in both fresh and salt water. I always like to keep them handy. And so I'm casting to the right side of this tree over here, and I started getting hit on what I thought was a Mayan cichlid. So this duck pulled up, and just kind of keep an eye on the duck. He kind of causes me a little bit of problems. But something really cool happened.
That looked like cichlid.
So this is where the duck gets a little bit annoying. I actually casted because he was right where I was, and he started chasing my bait and pulling it away, trying to make sure he doesn't actually eat it. And then something decided to change it up for me, and he nailed it right underneath the duck.
No way. Guys, you have no idea. What? You're gorgeous.
So the reason I'm making such a big deal about this peacock bass is because I'm in Naples, and the population really hasn't come over that much from Miami, but the fact that this one actually did and is in this very weird central location of Naples is actually pretty awesome. Just unfortunately I don't live there anymore to be able to fish it.
You might not be making it. Sorry, bud.
Definitely one of my prettiest peacock bass ever. Now that I knew there were peacock bass here, I decided to switch to a popper and see if I can get one on top water. And he broke me off because I was using too little of leader, not expecting peacock bass. Now this is one of those situations where the peacock bass is hovering over a certain area, usually a nest, and what I'm doing is throwing this fluke and bringing it by the fish several times. The whole video is actually like 5 minutes long that I'm standing here just constantly casting and repeating at this fish until he finally bites. But don't worry, I shortened it up so you guys don't have to watch all that.
Hello, beautiful. Aren't you pretty?
This one here is definitely the biggest of the day. So the main reason I called this video Southern Natives is the fact that everything kind of gets into each other's waters, so to speak. So here I'm fishing the same pond, just further down, and I end up actually catching a snook. And I caught two snook in the same lake where I'm catching these peacock bass as well as regular largemouth bass, and there it is now. I didn't have my GoPro on, so it really wasn't a good footage, but it's just amazing fishery down there. You're just sitting here in a lake, and the next thing you know, you catch an exotic species, a regular largemouth bass, and a snook all in the same pond, and you really don't have to go anywhere. Everything just kind of intermingles, and it's just really nice and really easy, usually. But thanks again, guys, for watching Last Cast Adventures. Please subscribe, like the video, share it with your friends. Hope you guys enjoyed.